Man, that's what's up.
Yeah,
That's what's up, man.
yeah.
I seen that you had, creative input on like the candy shop beat and the lean back beats.
Hmm.
Can you can you talk about that a little bit?
Well, anytime I work with Scott Storch, um, I give my input. Scott is the type of guy that you could tell him, you could hear something. If you go, whatever, he could play it. So, whenever I collaborate with him, whether it's Get It Pop and Lean Back or Make It Rain and Candy Shop, we made it for me. And then when I left the studio, 50 Cent just so happened to go in there. So Scott called me like 20, 30 times and was like, yo, you sure you don't want this beat? You sure? I was like, nah, he can have it. He can have it. We didn't have beef at the time. So I was like, nah, he can have it, no problem. This, that. He could run with it. At the time, I was in such, in so much of a run. Like every record I was throwing out was going #1. And so you get confidence is almost could backfire on you too. So, at that time, everything I dropped was going #1. So I thought like, yo, so what if that's a hit? I make another hit, and then until one day you can't come up with them hits like you come up with them hits. Happens to the great. This is why Drake is so phenomenal. He's had so much of a run and would hit, different styles like this. It's never been heard of. You could be on a run and then calm down. And then the hardest thing to do in hip hop is to gain that same momentum, to come back from being cold and getting on fire. It's almost impossible. I've been able to do that. Thank God.
Yeah, Drake's that's crazy. Not too many people get a second run.
He's on his first run still.
Right.
He never dropped he's never had a fucking regular moment. He's been winning since he was out, since his birth. It's unheard of.
Yeah, for sure. I seen that Eminem had tried to give you his demo quite a few times.
Yeah. M's a good brother. I love Eminem. And one night I was having dinner with him and he was just like, yo, I gave you my demo 6 times? And you must have been frisbeeing my shit. You ain't listened this, that. I was like, you gave me your what? He was like, yo, I gave you my demo. How can I be down over here? Like, he knew the places. He was like, yo. I felt real dumb when he told me that because, Eminem, one of the greatest. He's one of the GOATs of all GOATs. And it's one of my most proudest because, Eminem don't bother nobody. He stay in Detroit. He don't get in your business. You don't see him in nothing. And the fact that, I'm really, really family with the man and the man always comes through for me, is major, is really, really a blessing.
How'd you meet him?
I met Eminem once again at the Lyricist Lounge where I met Biggie. He was performing with these dudes from Jersey. They was called the Outsiders. And here's the skinny little white boy. And he with like 5 black dudes with dreadlocks and all that. And he's rapping his ass off and he's going so crazy that, they hold it. He's so skinny and small that he would just fall off the stage, but they're holding him by the back of his shirt, like, so he don't fall off. And he's going, same Eminem, he's going crazy. And so you knew he was a star. From the minute you saw him, you was like, oh, this kid, dead nice.
How did it affect your guys' relationship when you
I'll get back to that. I also have pictures of when I went to promo tour to Detroit, to the record shops, where Eminem in the background before he was Eminem. And we look back at the pictures with Steve Lobel and he's in the back, like Eminem was there.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Damn.
it's crazy. Like a kid, he's probably rapping by then, but he wasn't famous or ain't had no deal or nothing. He was in the building.
Damn.
Crazy. It didn't really affect, we never dissed each other. We never disliked each other. I just knew that was his man. That was his artist. So he did the best thing he could do. Just stay on the side, be Switzerland. You know what I'm saying? He was Switzerland. He's out the way. You know what I'm saying? But always mutual respect, always nothing but love. I seen his manager Paul last night at the Jay-Z tribute in Brooklyn. They did this big, you come up to the Brooklyn Museum and it's Jay-Z lyrics like it's a book Hove, and then just showing different accomplishments, business and music and everything Jay-Z ever did. So I seen Paul there last night and I said, what's up? I asked him, how's my guy? And it's always love.
How has that been for you ever since you and Jay-Z ended your guys' issues?
Beautiful. And he's someone I really call family. I really call my brother. And when you help me feed my kids, I'm loyal for life on another level. And so the fact that I've been able to be business partners with Jay-Z and get money and, it's been the biggest blessing in the world. And, I'm most proud of him for just coming from where I come from, the same projects. He's from Brooklyn, I'm from the Bronx. We ain't have shit. To see the man come from the mud and become a billionaire and a businessman and provider. He does so much philanthropy that he doesn't take credit for. He don't want nobody to know he does. He's an amazing person. And just to see us grow up under these conditions and really transform our lives into trying to be, real businessmen and entrepreneurs and just generational changes. I wouldn't even say generational. I say civilization. You know what I mean? Because every 100 years is a new civilization. It's a new empire. It's a new this. So for this time, there was a guy who was born dirt poor, who grew up in the projects, who had to sell drugs, single parent house, who somehow became a multiple billionaire. That's incredible.
It's crazy. Absolutely.
In this civilization. That means in 100 years from now, they'll be talking about that man. That's crazy.
Yeah. It seems like some of your best relationships are with guys you had issues with.
What happens is, you learn to respect people through war. You learn to respect. Like they know, one thing those two guys know is I don't back down. Like they know 100% he's all systems go. He tried me. You know what I'm saying? And that so they respect me because they did it to other guys and other guys folded. Other guys ain't want it. Other guys didn't go. Other guys wasn't who they said they was. Other guys this. So when they do it to me, they're like, oh no, he's the real deal. He's all systems go. And so once we were able to overlook nonsense, because at the end of the day, both my problems with them wasn't about shit. You understand? And so when we overlook that, respect each other. Because you respect, somebody you went to war with that, held their ground.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon. So hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.